This is your typical Alcove bathtub shower unit, made out of fiberglass. There must be millions of these things installed and still being installed all the time. So this is prime opportunity to create a beautiful walk-in shower here. This shower is a little bit different, and we got this situation right here that I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I do know the heat pump's outdoor unit is just outside of this is an outside wall. It's just outside there, and the air handler's in the attic somewhere. So I'm guessing this must be some type of chase, maybe for the refrigerant piping or something like that. But what I immediately want to do is kind of figure out, is it hot? That thing is solid. So that's a header. So I can't do anything with this. So I'll create less work for myself then and leaving all of this intact. And I'll plan on running my shiplap all the way up to here, run it over here because this is going to catch a lot of humidity. So it'd be better to have my PVC shiplap covering that drywall. And then you can see I've drawn my line so that I know I've got that lip that's about 1.25 inches, could be 1.5 inches, depending on the manufacturer of this particular fiberglass unit. So I ran my line out to 1.75 inches. I don't want to have any question. Don't have to come back and cut it twice. And I can already tell I don't have a stud there, so I'll probably have to go in and add a stud or two to it. But I'm just going to cut straight across and straight down on both sides, and that'll free up all the drywall. I can pull that off then, cut at my shower, and get this thing out of the way. Again, this is your common shower you're going to find in this kind of alcove setting, right? So the first thing you want to do, especially if you're going into this as a business or a DIY, you got to measure and figure out, okay, what size base am I going to use? I think virtually all of these are the same width. Should be right at 58.5, 59 inches. Now I'm going to measure a little above because, again, zoom in, Joshua, on this. You'll recall maybe if you watched a previous video on our demo day, this has 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches lip. So with the drywall, all I do is come down and then they kind of bend that drywall over that lip and attach it there and then mud all this and make it smooth. So you don't want to measure right above it because it's pushed out because of that flange. So I'll just measure up here and get an idea. It's 58.5 wall to wall. So that tells me, yep, I got your typical framing behind here, 60 inches wide. But then this varies all over the place. How far does it come out? So just get an eyesight. It comes out 31.5, so that's a 1/2 inch piece of drywall. Most likely then it's 32. All right, now look down at my floor and go, can I go any wider? Can I pull it out any wider than 32 inches? This client wants me to put in a hinged door. So this section over here will be plate glass, and then the door will be hinged to it. So the door will open from this end and open out or open in. So making it custom then, what I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to move that handle really easy with PEX lines. I'll run that handle through the wall, through the studs, and put it here. So they open the door, turn the water on. I'll leave the head here. They're going to go with a rain shower head, which is just a lot of fun to take a shower with. It literally feels like you're in rain, but even with a rain shower head, you could open that door and walk into it, turn the water on right behind you, and just wait, and you're not going to get wet. But the size is what I want to figure out. Okay, so I said 60 inches. Now, what I do when I come in like this and start to work is I want to cover all of their, niceties up. So the toilet's not changing, the vanity's not changing, so I cover those up, protect them, because I need shelving, I need places to put my tools. But just looking at this, so if that was 32, that's already kind of close. If I came out, I don't know. Let's just do an embarrassing. I'm sitting right here. Is 32 about it? Can I come out 34? Let's see. Because every inch inside matters. 34 is going to come out to about right there. I think we can do it. Because again, you want to get every inch of elbow room you can, which is why I talked to or influenced the client to, let's put in a hinge door, 26 inches wide. We may need to move this, but that's easy enough if we have to. Do a hinge door instead of a slider, because the slider takes about 2.5 inches away from your elbow room, because that inside glass has to be here and the other one, going by each other. So a hinge door is always what you want to use if the the size of the bathroom, the location of the toilet vanity will let you do it, because it just gives you a lot more extra room, and they're easier to clean as well. So this one, I'm going to order a 60 by 32 Woodbridge shower base. Actually, that's what I did order, because I never begin a job until I have the key components that might delay me already on site. So I ordered the shower base. I've got my glass. So I ordered I think it's a 32-inch panel that's fixed, and 26-inch door with my gaps of an 1/8 on this wall, an 1/8 between the two, an 1/8 there. Gives me just the right room. Plus I have some play room, and actually it's quite a bit with the fittings they give you that Woodbridge supplies. So I've got my stuff in. Let me show you that Woodbridge base before we get started with this demo. This is the owner's dog, Heidi. Heidi's very friendly. And this is the beautiful, almost as beautiful as Heidi, beautiful Woodbridge shower base. So just to confirm, since this was ordered a few weeks back, 60 inches wide, and actually it's just a hair like 59 7/8, which is going to be good, because the tricky part about an alcove bathroom is installing a base that's actually wider than the walls. But that part, I will show you how to do that. And I mentioned 34 inches. Now I remember we actually talked to the client about that, kind of looked at the size and realized their in-laws, pretty big person. Maybe the 32 might be safer to have plenty of room. So we've got a 32. The really neat thing about this, speaking of in-laws, is these Woodbridge showers have a real textured base, but not only textured, it's got a cool architectural design in it that just makes it look super, super custom. And if you really want to talk your client or your spouse into it, let's see, I'll get this out like that, is you can get this drain cover in lots of different colors, but you can also get it in a teak wood that I'm talking about. It looks really, really cool. I think they're a couple $100, but it really is going to make that shower pop. This client didn't want to do that. But yeah, the key is getting this thing in a room that is narrower than the width of it. But I'll show you exactly how to do that. Demo time. Again, it's not how it looks on HGTV. We don't come in here with a sledgehammer. I like to be real strategic and figure out, okay, what pieces do I want to remove first? So I like to remove as large a piece of drywall as I can. Now, because this is a smaller alcove shower, first thing I have to do is take the door off, because the door is always going to be in the way. So now I can close the door and try to eliminate some of the dust. So I'm going to get my vacuum, shop vac. It's not quite a shop vac, but I'm going to use that and try to suck up the dust. So that's why I'm not going to wear a mask, because I'm going to work hard in making this thing virtually dust-free. So I've got drywall behind, or rather this lip of the shower right behind this drywall. I don't know how this is connected, if this goes underneath and that runs into it versus the other. So I'm going to cut it out with my Ryobi multi-tool, oscillating saw, whatever you call it. So I'm just going to run all the way up and down and take this piece out first, this back piece. So let me get started. It's going to be a little loud. This is the 1,000 Angry Bees tool. Okay, let's go to, let me finish cutting it, and then just pulling this out. I've cut my seams out, boogered up the sheetrock a little bit here, but it doesn't matter. Remember, I'm going to cover this with our PVC shiplap, so that's no problem. Now I just need to get a place where I can pop a hole and begin to wiggle this stuff out. And that sounds like a stud. I'm going to say that. Looks like a good place to go in there. And we just wiggle. Keep wiggling. I love it when a plan comes together. One piece. Just what I want. All right. Where the studs are. See, there's that flange or that lip. This one's probably only 1 inch. Now all I have to do is just cut out these 2 pieces. And it'll be time to start removing the tub shower unit. So I've cut this piece out. I haven't cut all the way down the edge yet. This little piece is just annoying to take off. You just kind of got to go at it because it's hammered into a stud through the lip or the flange of this shower tub unit. So I'll attack that one later. It's just a little bit time consuming. A lot of times these pipes are kind of rusted in there. So the easiest way without having to strain yourself is to stick a big screwdriver in there and leverage that thing. And hopefully usually you don't have a little sealing like that, but there you go. Once you get about a quarter, half a turn on it, it comes right out. But so now I can pull out that was loud. Let's see. Can't quite get my hands behind anything there. Nothing there. But a hole now. Okay, I'm on camera. Be sweet. There we go. Look at that. Voila. Now, if that isn't the most interesting way to install a pipe I have ever seen. And removing these fiberglass units, you typically find all kinds of interesting things. I've found beer cans and other paraphernalia that the owner may not be real tickled the contractor's doing on the site. But we do need to kind of think about the water situation. So in this bathroom, this house is on a slab. So that means they had to put the piping in and then pour the cement over it. Sometimes with these units, that supply line, the water piping, hot and water piping, cold water piping, can even be in a corner inside the stud area, not in the stud wall itself. It's supposed to be between studs. I think this one we're going to be okay because in a bathtub drain like this, there's quite a bit of piping that's behind this overflow plate. And we'll take that off in just a second. So I'm pretty sure this hot and cold, all these water lines, you got the vanity, you got the toilet. I think everything's going to be inside our wall, which will make it so much easier for us. Again, because if it's a slab house. If anything is outside the wall, then I'll have to trench and get it back in the wall. I'm just hoping that's not the case here, but I don't think so. Let me show you how we take off the rest of this plumbing hardware. Just stuff out of the way. One of the more challenging things to remove is an old drain to separate the drain piping from the actual fiberglass unit. So you're going to need one of these little tools. This is a Cobalt. It has 4 on one side and 3 on the other. So you just figure out, okay, which fitting. I've got a cross pattern 4. That fits in like that, and it's always handy to have a nice big screwdriver for leverage. It actually goes through it. Let me see if I can pull it out and put it back in where I've got. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let's hope Oh, wow. Ah, movement. Oh. Might want to invite your bodybuilding friend over for this one. But it's coming, so that's good. There we go. Now I'll just use the top now. It's in there good though. But this is better than the kind that are actually glued in. And you have to take your saw and cut around the thing. But a lot of turning going on. Should be near the end. Let's see. Nope, can't go without leverage. Do it that way. All right, now. Whee! Finally. So now the tub is actually separated from the drain piping, and we'll get rid of this overflow. That's all that is an overflow and a pipe where it's connected to this pipe. And in case the kiddos leave the water running, this overflow opening is supposed to prevent it from flooding the house. Good idea. And the spout itself, that's separate. Oh dear. Feels like a little indention back there, maybe an Allen. Let's see. Nah. There is something, but I think it'll should just unscrew like that. There we go. Okay. This one, the handle has a little Allen wrench up in there that I simply can't get to. And I think I've stripped it out trying. I just tried, had a handful of different Allen wrenches and tried different sizes. Didn't have any luck. So I loosened the cap. That I can just cut out with a heavy pair of scissors, and then I can just take my tool and cut a hole out to free that when I'm ready to pull out the tub. And shower unit. So with this one, you gotta cut it with, I'll use my big Ryobi Sawzall, and I see where the studs are. Obviously going all the way down to the floor. I've got this small bathroom to pull it out, and a 2-foot wide door there. So I'd probably be best doing the walls, cutting, realizing I've got water lines going down, so I'm going to be careful on this wall. But these, I think I'll just cut all the way around the edges and kind of separate the tub area from the shower area. Then I can make one cut between the studs, go all the way down, and have two pieces that I can then flex a little bit to get through the door. And then I can pull the tub out, which is often a little tough because you see the tile there is pushing up against that tub. But I'll have one piece that can easily go out of this door when I get the shower walls out of the way. Okay, so take your Sawzall, don't go too deep, cut a little bit here and here. That wall, once we get these walls out, that one we can actually push down and probably just break it free. Because you don't want to go, cutting like that because you're going to hit your water lines. But yeah, get rid of the shower walls. Could even do it in the corners. Go down that way and down that way, and then cut across would make it a little easier. You're cutting fiberglass, so you want to use a mask. And I may even, for this, put that door back in because I don't want to spread fiberglass dust all over the house. But I don't have to put the, connect the hinges. I can just stick the door in place and lock it. I think that's going to be the best way to attack this one. Okay, with your, like my Ryobi Sawzall, and you might see I didn't use my best new blade. I just grabbed an old blade because it's going to get messed up anyway. But get away from the stud. I don't have any power lines back there. Nope, good to go. Oh, that blade's terrible. Make it a new one. Well, not too bad. There we go. Okay, I could probably work that piece. Let's see, get rid of this. This thing is thick. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, I gotta loosen my nails. Okay. Woo! Fun. All right, let me do that real quick.